but they have started rolling out some of the fast pass kiosks back into the parks. Yep. So it looks like that system is coming back, whether or not that's going to still be free or paid. That's yet to be seen. But it could just be literally coming back just for this class system that we're talking about today. Welcome, Disney fans, to another episode of the Notcast. This week, Disney dropped some stuff on us for this upcoming 4th of July. There's going to be a new class system at the Disney resorts. How's that going to work? We've got fireworks back. We've got a lot of news to cover. But first, let's get into who's here with me. My name is Steve Rhodes. I've got Mrs. Becky Wells with me in the building.
Hey, how's it going?
Patrick Neistat is here. And as always, at the bottom of your screen, it's the Disney Cynic, Mr. Bobby Burchens.
This week, it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
The Puff Daddy. At the time, he was Puff Daddy.
Yeah, it was Puff Daddy.
Or was he Diddy or P Diddy?
No, not yet.
Didn't he do a version of that with Dave Grohl playing the guitar?
Didn't he?
Yep. Yeah, there was a rock remix. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Definitely was in there. Puff Daddy and the Family.
Yep.
So, moving away from 90s hip-hop references and into the latest news drop from Walt Disney World. First of all, let me just go ahead and give myself the old pat on the back. Back on May 21st, an episode aired on this very Notcast where I said, by July 4th, there will be fireworks over the Magic Kingdom. We recorded that actually on May 18th, so look at me, Nostradamusing. You're welcome, Internet. We will have fireworks on July 4th.
I thought it was pronounced Nostradamus.
Whatever. I was right.
Nice.
I was right.
I'm sorry, or is that me? Am I Nostradamus? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I heard you.
But hey, the fireworks are back at Magic Kingdom, so that's a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a cast member only
so is
preview the
Casey's
other night.
Corner. It's starting to feel like home again. And finally have a fucking hot dog there.
Corner.
I'm thinking about going there and eating some hot dogs when I'm down there next.
Unfortunately, there's no
corn
mac and
dog
cheese on
nuts,
them.
though.
No, they're
I
there.
can't have those anyways.
No, I know. I'm telling Pat he's not going to have those. Though.
Nope. Can't have those.
No, we would have heard about it from Bobby if they didn't have those anymore.
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be leading the show.
A lot of information has dropped recently from Disney. We've got some light refurbing going on at what Becky calls the Airport Hotel, the Contemporary. The Incredibles retheming there. The Polynesian, the monorail track is pretty much done. They haven't reopened it, but then we saw that weird post about DVC rooms are going to be refurbed again too, and they just literally just did that in 2017.
They're doing a soft goods.
Yeah,
they have a rotation. And
those things are fine. And I'll real quick, Becky, the Contemporary one's kind of the bigger story out of that. You're the one that calls it the Airport Hotel. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Incredibles being in there?
Listen, I have no love for Incredibles anymore. Anyway, I mean the movies are fine. But they've already ruined the best roller coaster by making it the Incredicoaster.
How?
I'm sorry,
talking about Disneyland
where is
again?
this?
I haven't talked about it for a while.
You've just been wanting to get this out of your system.
No, you asked me about I'm tired
Wait
of
a
them.
minute.
They piss me off. So I'm done.
That's the best roller coaster? They ruined it?
Out there, yeah. Yes, the theming was amazing. I've written articles.
Okay.
Read the articles, Pat. It's your website, too.
You, too, can read what I write. No, I mean, listen, I'm not going to stay at the Contemporary. I don't give a crap what they ruin or enhance the rooms with. So everybody says there's a low-key monorail theme also. So they've made it monorail / Incredibles in the rooms. Dude, I don't care. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Never?
I'm calling bullshit on that monorail theme thing. It's there's a fucking monorail rolling through the building. That's the monorail
theme.
theme.
Exactly.
what are we talking about,
I don't want to go to
Bobby,
sleep with my head on Edna Mode's glasses. Stupid.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, I'm cool with Frozone, but Edna Mode, she's a little creepy.
It's the only... I do like that they gave their shout-out to Frozone, and nothing else in that damn room has that color scheme.
Where is my super suit?
It's like the fifth best character that he plays in a superhero movie, though. That's the problem.
Hey, man, all Samuel L. Jackson characters are good, so that's
I
know.
know,
But I got a question for you. You're Mr. Grand Floridian over there with your pinky in the air and your Sperry's.
Correct.
Throw it up. Citrico's at the Grand Floridian, the restaurant, with the Mary Poppins re-theme. I know Pat and his family are big into Mary Poppins, but where are you with this? Because I know you're kind of the hoity-toity Mr. Grand Floridian over there. Is it messing with you a little bit?
Yes, I'm very disappointed. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm referring to the that Flex Seal shit, right? Where the guy slaps some plastic thing on a big water tub and it stops leaking all of a sudden.
It's like rubber.
That to me is Bob Iger trying to find something that hasn't had some sort of piece of IP on it.
I don't think Bob Iger has anything to do with it.
No, or
Chapek.
Bob
There's
Iger.
already Poppins theming there, though.
Excuse me, Chapek.
On the DVC side, that's their whole... They have the penguins.
But that's
like,
the problem. Why is there theming? It's just let it be a fucking nice hotel. This is the problem. That I don't like The Incredibles over at the Contemporary. I don't like Moana over at the Polynesian. I don't like
You're at Walt Disney World.
Floridian. So what? That doesn't
You're
mean
Walt
that I have to have
Disney
a
World.
fucking
That's why
character
people
spy on
go
me while I'm sleeping.
There's a reason why people love these characters.
Are you sleeping at the table?
I'm more inclined to go to the Grand Floridian now.
Is there nothing at Disney World that I can do that's not having something IP slapped on it at this point?
Well,
Disney Springs.
That's it.
Pat, you said something. Pat, hold on. Pat, you said something that I thought I'd never hear you say though. The Mary Poppins is drawing you to the Grand.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna go stay at the Slave House, but but I might eat there. Okay. Am I off?
Hey, he's not wrong. No. I mean, fuck, it's a freaking plantation.
Listen, Pat.
One reason my podcast is not going to stay there, you're right. Yeah.
That's how it's usually coded.
I may eat there.
People with their
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, Citrico's I think was fine on its own. I think the Mary Poppins for me is probably not warranted, but I can see for somebody that was never ever gonna even go eat there. I can see how Mary Poppins. Well, like you said, Mary Poppins returns, so it's the Emily Blunt version,
which I like. But,
I
like the original better. But
again, Jesus.
The issue that I have is that it's it seems like
who party fouled?
Becky.
I just knocked over a shot glass. It was empty.
It was empty after you finished it. That's why you knocked it over.
Yeah. But my issue is that it seems like, and from what they've announced so far, only the seating area, your waiting area at the lobby is themed like that. They haven't even explained any other way that it's going to be like that. And I saw the pictures and it looks freaking nothing like anything. It's just there's extra lamps.
Wow. So you're gonna feel like you're gonna still feel like you're at a plantation, or?
Oh, most likely.
Well, you're at the Grand Floridian. It's going to feel like you're at a plantation. So
I don't know what that says about what you're trying to say about
cheers.
me. All right, fine, just fine.
Hey, you're a Southern gentleman, Bobby. That's all we'll say about you.
Is what I am. Trust me. It takes 9 of us to screw in a light bulb. Never mind. Continue.
We're just going to leave that.
I hope so.
So.
I need to go get my clean bowling shirt on.
I'm going to get to the big news.
So, there it is.
You put on a
clean bowling shirt? That's how you know that I really care.
No, we really appreciate that from you, Bobby. Top marks.
We're all not in the same place as each other, so there's also that.
So let's let's hone the conversation into what's probably
Really,
on the
Becky?
thumbnail for this episode.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure is the it'll say something to the effect of Disney class system or caste system based on Pat's plantation bring up there. Who knows what I'll put down? But here's the thumbnail right there. You saw it when you clicked the video. Disney is rolling out some new park hours for resort guests, which finally, thank you, Disney. There's
a slower clap
freaking
than
reason. Yeah, pretty
Slower.
slow. Yeah. But there's a reason, at least, to stay on site again, as you have an early entry perk. They kind of alluded to this a couple months ago. All resort guests, so this will include any Disney hotel, Disney Springs, and shout out to our military folks. It's 4th of July. Shout out to you guys. Shades of Green is in there too. You'll be able to enter the park what we believe will be a half hour early every day. So this is awesome.
It's all
Return of
4
that-
parks. Yeah, not just like one
every
park
day.
having it.
Yeah, there's no
So that should help.
rotation. It's half hour early for resort guests, Disney Springs, and our Shades of Green folks over from the military. They'll be able to drop in a half hour early at any park, which is great. But here's where the class system comes in, and I know we're going to all have varying opinions on this. There will be a rotate. What seems like they haven't given us a detailed thing on this, but deluxe resorts and DVC will be able to stay in the park late. We don't know how late. I'm assuming at least 1 hour. Otherwise, it's kind of worthless. But they'll be able to stay in the parks late if you're at a deluxe Disney resort or at a DVC. And there's where the class system comes in. So this is the first time we've seen the folks paying a little bit more for their stay are going to get a little bit more in the parks. Bobby, what do you think about this as the cynic?
I have really two separate and distinct thoughts. One of them is this totally ruins me being a local now, because now I get no perks for being a local, so I don't get to come in early or stay late. So that's kind of shitty. That's kind of a bummer. However, the times that I will be staying on property, it's going to be fine because I'm not staying at some peasant ass, fucking all-star resort or some bullshit. I'm just saying, it's going to be one of the nicer resorts that I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm thrilled that I'm going to be able to stay in the park when I'm actually staying on property for a little bit later. And it's good that they gave the peasants something in the morning. I like to sleep in a little bit, so let them eat their cake at that very early hour.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one way to look at it. Becky, I know you have a nuanced opinion of this. Not that Bobby's wasn't nuanced there. If you're still with us, folks.
It's all in good fun, guys.
I mean, there's lots of dropout areas available earlier, so if that's what did it. I don't know. They should
if
just
you're
stick
still here,
around.
you just
Yeah.
you have issues. Yeah. So you as a person that before you were a DVC member, pretty much exclusively stayed at Pop or AOA, Art of Animation Resort, which are the values. You'll get the early entry, but you wouldn't have the late stay. How does that play in your mind?
It's kind of crazy. We were definitely Pop Century. The one time was AOA, and then Shades of Green. Those were our go-tos, and so we would still be getting the extra magic hour benefit, which we are maybe thinking is half an hour based on a previous announcement that was totally generic. And now when we go as a family, there's not a chance we're not staying DVC because that's why we bought it.
Sure.
So I'm a little torn because that's the very first thing I'm like, oh, good, a class system, perfect.
You're a part of that class.
That's a slippery freaking
I
slope,
was
and
about to
that's
say
gonna just.
all of us are because none of us are saying.
I am.
All of us are renting DVC points. That's what we recommend to people doing all the time. So what,
I totally do. No, yeah, I don't disagree.
in life,
that's still a better economical option. But
I'm saying the four of us, we should have nothing.
You
to
pay
complain.
more, you get more.
So there's
What's wrong with that?
Sure, I get that. I'm just saying it makes it like crappy to be like it's a totally affordable trip. And
We're talking.
but you have
We're
to
literally
leave at this
talking
time.
an hour.
Like,
who gives a shit?
I know that's the other part that
we don't know what we're
makes
talking
me
about.
laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know, anybody who's ever been to one of the parties, they have the hard cutoff time of when you have to leave. Okay, so the way that they handle that is like if you don't have the wristband, which they're not going to do for this.
You just can't ride rides, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can still... I mean, it's going to just maybe theoretically lessen your wait time or increase your wait time on the buses back to your resort.
So what you're suggesting...
So
sure.
What you're suggesting is just act like you are a DVC or deluxe, and just stay.
Oh yes,
because they're not going to do shit about it.
Well, you won't be able to. I don't think you'll be able to ride anything.
No, that's. I mean, so it like said in the article, make sure you have your Magic Band or some proof of where you're staying, or your Magic Mobile or your card, and it's like, all right, so are you gonna have to tap into every single ride now?
Yep, I think you will.
I'm sure that's what it'll end up being, but it's like. There's only, and even
It's
also said
only
select
an
rides
hour.
and food will be
Who cares?
available. It's like,
God.
there's only so much time that it's
Well, if
gonna
it's just an
matter.
hour, I
how
mean,
long
that's
it
not
is.
really that.
But
I mean, who
my
cares?
worry isn't,
You know.
yeah.
You're going to be out. Most of us are going to be
I would
out of
say
that
it's
park
probably a
anyways
minimum of
by that
one
time.
and a maximum of 2.
Yeah. My worry isn't so much this; it's how much that extra bullshit is going to roll downhill if they bring back fast passes, if they do X, Y, Z,
That's
if
coming.
they come up with some crap
That's
we
coming.
haven't even imagined that's so wretched anyway.
Another topic for a different show, but they have started rolling out some of the fast pass kiosks back into the parks.
Yep.
So it looks like that system is coming back, whether or not
see
that's going to
something.
still be free or paid. That's yet to be seen. But it could just be literally coming back just for this class system that we're talking about today, so that at night they can scan you in.
That's true.
And say, hey, no, you can't get on this ride because you're staying at a non-Disney resort, or you're
at
not
the Grand
staying at a
Casino
deluxe
Towers. You're at Shades of Green,
Yeah.
which has larger rooms than the DVC studios.
You're paying
but
less,
you
though.
can't come.
So here's my take on it. I mean,
You are.
here's my take on it, and as usual, I'm super practical with this. I mean, I'm cool with everybody getting in early. I don't have a problem with the deluxe and the DVC. That's where I stay. I pay more, and I want a little bit more service because I fucking pay more. And your hotel rooms, quite frankly, for that level, aren't what I would get at a Marriott or a Hilton. So at least I'm getting something else because of my extra money I'm spending versus the guy that shelled out, just for an all-star, where I'm spending double what he's paying.
People
so
who
I'm getting
camp there are
something.
people too.
Yeah,
Are they?
and they get entry into the park a half hour
Are
early.
they?
And you know what? The 2 of the last 4 times
Not
that I've
camping
stayed
in
on
Disney.
Disney property, 2 of the last 4 times I stayed on Disney property, I was at the frickin' DoubleTree in Disney Springs. So I would love to get in a half hour early. I understand I'm not going to be able to stay later in the park, but my room was like $120 a night, so it is what it is. But my normal stay, if I go for a week or whatever, and I'm not there just to film, I'm there for a family vacation, I'm DVC renting, or if I got some ridiculous deal, I'm at a deluxe resort.
Yep.
So this does speak to me. It says that my dollars count, and I'm able to do something a little bit extra, so I'm cool with it. Here's where I think that they could improve it just a little bit, and I'll throw this back to you, Becky. Do you think that Shades of Green should get the after hours? As somebody that is a military veteran, I'm gonna throw that to you because I'm leading you, but I'm kind of hoping you say yes.
No, they don't even have like a solid bus system because half the people who are smart will go to the Poly or the Grand Floridian and use their shit because.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. I guarantee the people there are barely going to get to use the early hours anyway because those buses just are what they are, and that's that. If you aren't going to get your butt up and walk to the Poly, then tough shit on you. Like that's how that goes.
But after hours,
right?
walk back
And the after,
later,
but the thing, like you pointed out, they're not paying that much, and most of the people there are
support the troops.
No.
They
paid to They paid to get that rate that they got.
Freedom isn't free.
Yeah,
not they. You and you included. Yeah,
Hey,
you paid with a lot more sacrifice than any of the three of us did. So like I'm thinking like
Thanks
why don't we throw shades in there? Like why can't we throw some shades of green in there?
In my opinion, it compares to the deluxe resorts, but they will not do that. There's not a chance. Do I think that
article for shades of green is linked below. You guys can look at the picture, see the place. It looks like a deluxe to me. So yeah.
But will they include it? No, they won't.
It's probably not going to be.
But they also offer a hefty military discount to stay on property. So where it's like almost a better deal than a value to stay at like Animal Kingdom Lodge, depending.
Okay.
Like when they have their military discounts, it can be 40, 50 or more % off at the deluxe resort. So it's not leaving them high and dry. It's just shades doesn't cost that much. So
it's only an hour.
And Disney's not really getting much from them. So I don't, business wise. Yes.
Pat, your favorite hotel is still Animal Kingdom
Willard's
Lodge?
Lodge, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah, probably those two.
Okay. So do you think that, now obviously the DVC is going to qualify, do you think Animal Kingdom Lodge might get reclassified after this into a
probably
moderate?
I don't know why.
Like that.
I don't see how that's
just the lodge itself. I'm just thinking because of only the bus transportation that they might not.
See,
get
there's
the
a trade-off with
being able to stay late.
There's a trade-off with Animal Kingdom Lodge
that
you're going there for a different experience than you are for something that's more standard, I guess, of a deluxe resort. Like for a standard deluxe resort, that sounds weird to say, but you're going for the giant pools, you're going for the more luxurious rooms, etc., etc. If you're going to Animal Kingdom Lodge, you're going to see them giraffes and zebras and shit. You're not going to see. You're going for that experience. You're not going necessarily for every other. You're not going for the bus system.
not a bus.
Right.
You just kind of have to accept that as part of the experience.
Well, with that logic, then Old Key West and Saratoga Springs can suck it too, right? Because they only have a boat that goes to Disney Springs.
But it's also like a quarter of a mile to
saying.
Epcot on the bus.
But they're not deluxe.
They're
DVC.
It's not that big of a deal. But anyway. I don't
It's
think
not that
so
big of a deal
either.
to go to
He's
Disney.
the only one that complains about the buses and the lack of transportation options. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't care.
I spent all that goddamn money. I don't want a bus. That's
Drive
me.
your car.
But hey,
because it's the fastest
Why do I
way
wanna
to
drive?
get around.
No.
That's why.
I spent all this money. You drive me.
Yeah, they had that. It was called the
you
minivan.
drive me.
Drive me.
No.
In the bus.
That's what a bus does.
Yeah, well, they got rid of that,
Okay, so
and
call
it doesn't
Uber
exist.
instead.
The minivans are gone.
Drives you.
I don't want to sit next to you.
Listen, I totally understand. Welcome to my peasant argument. Welcome.
Oh man.
The
So, I
buses
think we're-
don't care.
All in semi-agreement that this is an okay thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Yeah, there's a
a big deal.
slippery slope to it,
Slippery
of course.
slope.
But there has been for years because, they've been doing this shit.
That's my worry.
Since the '90s. I mean,
Becky, you're in that
price
class. What
increases
are you
in general
worried
is
about?
making it more difficult. So, might as well get something for it.
From all of my people.
That same.
All my cheap
And then
ass
just
people.
to wrap up, we're already running out of time. Just to wrap up, guys, that same bulletin from Disney that talked about the hotel, class system, if you will, also said that the Disney dining plan is definitely coming back. So for those of you who are new to this show, hey, your dining plan's coming back.
Yep.
And for those of you who watch this show, you already know, don't buy the fucking dining plan. Just ignore that part of the bulletin. So that's the Notcast, guys. Glad you guys tuned in to watch the show. If you did like it, hit that subscribe button.
The
Tell a
bell.
friend. Slap the like while you're down there. And hey, leave us a comment.
The bell, yeah.
Oh yeah, the ding, the bell. I like that, Bobby. notifications. Turn those on too while you're down there, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.